Hello and welcome students on the YouTube channel of Paimastan Singh Public Senior Secondary School. So students, as we was discussing about geography second chapter land, soil and water resources. So today we are going to continue our next topic, that is soil resources. So what is soil? Soil is but a loose material that lies on the top of the land. It is a mixture of many different things including rocks, minerals, water and air. So soil is a very important for life on the earth. So soil is the uppermost layer of the earth's crust is called soil. It is the thin layer of grainy substance, means small particles, that covers the surface of the earth. Soil is a mixture of tiny particles of rocks, minerals, organic matter and bacteria. As we know that humans always depend on soil directly or indirectly for his food. So agriculture can be practiced only if soil is having the quality to growth of plants. Now next we will discuss about the formation of soil. Soil is formed due to the process of weathering of rocks through wind, water flow, temperature, rain, animals and plants activities. So they act on rocks and break them into small pieces over a long period of time. These loose rock materials settle down on the crust of the earth and undergo some physical or organic changes which lead to the formation of soil. So formation of soil is a very slow process. Next we are going to talk about soil profile. Soil is formed in layers. If we cut down the soil vertically, we will be able to see the different layers of soil as you can see on the slide. So the vertical arrangement of these layers in a section of the soil is called the soil profile. As you can see in the next slide that our soil profile has 5 layers: surface layer, topsoil, subsoil, parent material and bedrock. So first of all we are going to talk about our surface layer, which is on the top. This is a thin but highly fertile layer, and this fertile top layer of soil made up of dead organisms and plants. Next, we are going to talk about the topsoil. This layer is dark in color and is also fertile layer, and this layer is rich in humus, and it is important or a main source for growth of plants. Next layer is subsoil. So as in the slide you can see the third layer. Okay, first is green, then orange, then white layer, that is the subsoil. Okay, in this layer sand, silt, which means mud or a small rocks deposited by a river or a lake, clay and small amounts of organic matter consisting in this layer. As you can understand from this picture also that layers of earth, first is humus, second is topsoil, then we discuss about the subsoil. Next we are going to talk about the parent material. This layer consists of large pieces of rock. Because of this layer, topsoil, subsoil have been formed. So in this layer there is a no humus, means no plant or animal life. Next, the last layer is bedrock. So in this layer we can say it consists of a solid rocks. So this was about the soil profile. We have discussed about the 5 layers of soil profile. Now next we are going to talk about the types of soil. Soils can be classified into different types. So we will study about the soil types of soils also, and we will come to know where these soils are found in India. So under that there are some types of soils as you can see on the slide. So first of all is alluvial soil. So alluvial soil is made up of rich alluvium deposits by the river flowing from the mountains. So this soil is found in northern plains and the coastal plains. Next we are going to talk about the black soil. So black soil is found in the Deccan Plateau, and it is formed due to the weathering of volcanic rocks. It is also called the black lava soil. Next we are going to talk about the red soil. It is formed due to the weathering of old igneous rocks found in peninsular India. This soil is red in color due to very high content of iron. So which crops we can grow in there, like red gram, maize, groundnut, and pulses. Next type is laterite soil. This soil is formed in areas where beyond normal limits rains wash away the fertile topsoil. This soil is not naturally fertile, okay, and jute, fodder crops we can grow in this soil. Next is arid and sandy soil. So to this soil we can also say that desert soil. It is found in deserts, it is sandy and has low humus and moisture content. It can be made cultivable with sufficient irrigation. Okay, so this is the desert soil. Next we are going to talk about the mountain soil. This soil is formed due to deposition of organic matter. It is found mainly on the hill slopes, and which crops we can grow there: coffee, tea, and spices. As you can understood from the map also, which green color is there, that is showing that this forests and mountains. Light green color, it shows the alluvial soil. Red color showing the red soil. Gray color is showing the black soil, and peach color is showing laterite soil, and the yellow shade that is showing the arid means desert soil. So now next we are going to talk about how we can conserve our soil. Removal of topsoil from one place to another through natural agents like flowing water or wind is called soil erosion. So to conserve soil, there are some methods, in which first is mulching. Mulching means in the bare ground, plants are covered with the layer of organic matter like straw to help soil retain moisture. Next method is contour bunding. Contour bunding or counter barrier is the practice of building barriers called bunds across slopes. So many barriers built to the opposite side of slopes with the use of stone, grass, and soil. Next is terrace farming. In terrace farming, flat steps are made on the steep slopes so that flat surface available to grow crops. Terrace farming prevents soil from rainwater which flows down by carrying the soil. Next method is crop rotation. Soil can be conserved by growing different crops on the same field to preserve the fertility of the soil, and this is known as a crop rotation. Next is shelter belts. Like in the coastal and dry regions where winds can blow away the topsoil, rows of trees are planted to act as shelter belts. Shelter belts break the force of the winds and prevent the soil erosion. Next method is plugging. In some areas where there is no trees covers are there, surface runoff often carries away the topsoil, leading to the formation of deep channels called gullies. So if unchecked, the gullies can grow and destroy the land. To prevent this, the gullies are plugged with the piles of rocks to slow down the flow of water. So this is the method by using that we can prevent the soil, and this is called the plugging. So there we have discussed up to the methods of a soil conservation. So with this our topic has completed. I hope you all understand. Thank you very much.